I think some people are going to think it looks really, really dumb, and some people are going to think it looks really, really cool. I still don't know which category I fit in. So this is the Muse headband. Is it any good? Well, it kind of depends on what exactly you're going to use it for. So what is the Muse headband? Well, the Muse headband is what you would call an EEG device. EEG stands for electroencephalogram. Basically, these devices have little electrodes on the front. This one just so happens to have 7, 5 on the forehead area and 2 in the back, 1 on each ear. And basically what they do is they line up or come very close to your skull, and they're able to detect really small electrical fluctuations in your brain waves. So that's how it's able to basically kind of see a little bit into your head. And this works very well for meditation. But I'll get into that a little bit later because then it starts to get a little bit tricky. So overall, how does it physically feel? Well, it's made of this really nice kind of soft yet hard plastic. It's pretty good. It feels really good. The only thing is this device, it's not very rigid. It flexes, and I guess that's due to the fact that it needs to contour to your head, and I understand that and I get that. It does feel flimsy though, but I haven't had a single problem with its build quality yet, so I'm just gonna say it's built really well because I haven't had any issues with it. The other thing, this sucks as well, this is dreadful. They charge you for a case, and I think it's like 30 bucks or something. That's ridiculous. I can't believe they do that because, like I said, this is not a rigid device. It flexes quite a lot, it bends. If you want to travel with this thing, that case is 100% essential, and they charge you for it. Man, that sucks so hard. So what about the battery life then? Well, it's somewhere between bad and acceptable. It's really not remarkable. If you use this thing once every day for a week, you might be able to get away with it, but I'm not sure. It really just depends on how often you use it. Really not exceptional. So that's the physical device, but what about the software? Because if the hardware is good, the software can be crap and completely ruin everything. And I'm glad to say that their official app is adequate. It's okay. It's all right. It does the job. If you're a meditator, it'll be all right. Okay, there's really nothing super advanced here. There is, however, one really, really horrible, dreadful, bad thing that the app does, and that is that it blocks your audio. What does that mean? When the app runs, it cuts out all other possible audio from your device. So if you wanted to listen to music, you can't do that. If you wanted to listen to a guided meditation that isn't in the app, you can't do that. They block you from doing it. And I have no idea why. It's easily the worst thing about the app, and they could fix it so easily. This app's been out for like 2 or 3 years at this point. You would have thought that they would have, fixed that by now, but I think it's them trying to do that. I think they're specifically doing that to stop you from using other ones, which blows my mind because there are so many other meditation apps and audiobooks, what have you, that have these guided meditations and they stop you from using it. And that is one of the worst things about this device overall. That really it sucks. So like I said, this thing is really great for meditators. This thing is awesome for meditators. If you're buying this for meditation, this is amazing. You'll be able to track your progress, all that, minus, the flimsiness of the app. But speaking of apps, one of the best things about the Muse headband is the fact that it's almost completely open source, which is amazing. I really wish more hardware companies would try and do this. What does that mean though? Well, it means if you wanted to make an Android or iOS app that supports this, that can take in its data and interpret it and that kind of thing, you can do that right now on their website for free. They give you an SDK, you can develop your own thing. That's amazing, and they definitely deserve points for doing that. And I did actually buy a rather expensive interpreter app that I got for my iPhone so I can use it with my MacBook. Basically, what it lets you do is capture and use the raw data that is streaming from the headband. So the gyroscope, the the brain waves, that kind of thing, all the raw data, and you can download that and you can convert it and you can map it to things, and it's amazing. But speaking of mapping, here's really where this thing completely fails, because you can buy this as a meditator and it'll be fantastic, you'll enjoy it, but there's another kind of person that would buy something like this, and that person is someone who just wants an EEG. And I'm sorry to say, this is not your device, even though that third-party app that I just mentioned can do that, can output that raw data, and then you can convert it and do anything you want with it. Really bad if you're not staying exactly perfectly still. This thing is designed for meditators. You cannot move around in this thing. If you have it on and you blink, that's enough to corrupt the data. It'll either spike way up or it'll drop way down. There's nothing you can do about it. I really wanted this thing to be able to wear and do other things with. For example, I wanted to see if I could put this on and watch a movie and track my brainwave signals throughout the movie. Or better yet, I would have loved to go to class to wear this on, and then you could see the different ways and how my brain learns, and you could see the hotspots and the different things if I learned something. You know, that would have been amazing, but sadly it doesn't do that just because it's so sensitive. You really just have to be sitting completely still with your eyes shut. You can't move any muscles in your face at all or it'll change the data. It's really sucky. So really, in conclusion, this thing is awesome for meditators. If you're getting this for meditation purposes, you won't be let down. I think they're $250 on Amazon, which I think is a little bit steep. If you can get this for $150 to $200, I think that's a much better deal. I'll put the Amazon link below, and I'll also put the link to eBay below, because you might be able to pick one up for less than on Amazon. But like I said, meditators, awesome, enjoy it. Anyone else, anyone who's doing anything active, who's want to track stuff, this really isn't for you. There's other websites out there that offer competing headbands that are more kind of in tuned for people who want to use it generally. There's a website called Emotive that make these, you know, $500, $1,000 headsets that have a bunch of electrodes, and they're just better for that kind of thing. This is not what the Muse headband is, and to be honest, that kind of sucks, because it is probably the cheapest EEG you can buy right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Really great for meditators, really bad for anyone else. So thank you so much for watching. If you found this interesting or useful, subscribe. I'll make more content like this, definitely based around tech, because I love it. And hopefully I'll see you again in the future. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. I'm actually going to use this thing right now, so see ya.